Antarctica. The southern end of our planet. And the coldest place on Earth. It has been frozen for over 30 million years. The polar regions of our planet may seem beyond the reach of most of us. But these tuxedo-wearing birds with endearing personalities have made it their home. Contrary to popular belief, only 5 penguin species ever set foot on the icy Antarctic continent. And only 2 subspecies, the Adelie and the Emperor, live there exclusively. Clumsy and comical on land, they become beautifully graceful swimmers below the ocean's waves. Penguins may not be able to fly across the sky, but they can fly underwater as well as any fish. Instead of wings, these birds have flippers that can propel their streamlined bodies up to 15 miles per hour through the sea in pursuit of a meal. The number of existing penguin species is debated. Depending on which authority is followed, penguin biodiversity varies between 17 and 20 living species. I hope you're wrapped up warm. Today, we'll follow along 6 penguin genuses and their subspecies across the globe. First up on our list is the smallest species of penguin. The little penguin. It belongs to the genus Eudyptula, and it contains 2 species of penguin, found in southern Australia, Tasmania, and New Zealand, including the Chatham Islands. They are commonly known as the little penguin, little blue penguin, or, in Australia, fairy penguin, because of their small size. In the language of the Maori people of New Zealand, little penguins are known as korora. They grow to an average of 13 inches in height and 17 inches in length, though specific measurements vary by subspecies. The head and upper parts are blue in color, with slate-gray ear covers fading to white underneath from the chin to the belly. Their flippers are blue in color. Like most seabirds, they have a long lifespan. The average age for the species is 6.5 years, but studies show exceptional cases that can live up to 25 years in captivity. Little penguins preen their feathers to keep them waterproof. They do this by rubbing a tiny drop of oil onto every feather from a special gland above the tail. The oily feathers protect the penguin from extreme cold and icy waters. As new colonies continue to be discovered, rough estimates of the world population are around 350 to 600,000 individuals. The white flippered penguin is a distinct subspecies of this genus, and it gains its name from the white markings on its flippers. It nests only on Banks Peninsula and Motunau Island, New Zealand, with only around 3,700 breeding pairs. In popular media, this penguin was used as the inspiration behind the Linux logo, after Linus Torvalds, the original creator of the operating system, was once pecked by a little penguin while on holiday in Australia. The banded penguin. Sometimes known as jackass penguins, due to their loud locator calls sounding similar to a donkey braying. There are 4 different species of banded penguins, all with similar banded plumage patterns. First up is the Magellanic penguin. This species is distributed across Brazil, coastal Argentina, Chile, and the Falkland Islands. The second is the Humboldt penguin, who also resides in South America. Their range mainly contains most of coastal Peru and Chile. More secluded than the first 2 species is the Galapagos penguin, who is endemic to the Galapagos Islands in Ecuador. And last but not least, the African penguin. Found on 24 islands and 3 mainland locations between Namibia and Algoa Bay, near Port Elizabeth, South Africa. Common traits between these species include a band of black that runs around their bodies bordering their black dorsal coloring, black beaks with a small vertical white band, distinct spots on their bellies, and a small patch of unfeathered or thinly feathered skin around their eyes. The genus name Spheniscus is derived from the ancient Greek word sphen, meaning wedge, and is a reference to the animal's thin wedge-shaped flippers. All members of this genus lay eggs and raise their young in nests situated in burrows, or natural depressions in the earth. Vocal individuality has evolved in banded penguins due to their large social group sizes. There are 2 types of display songs vocalized by banded penguins: ecstatic display songs and mutual display songs. Typically, females respond more strongly to ecstatic display calls from their mates than from other individuals. These complex vocalizations can convey information such as body size and weight, since heavier penguins typically emit longer and lower-pitched songs. In time, the banded penguins have permeated through mainstream media in books, movies and comic strips, due to their endearing and charismatic portrayal. The Megadioptes genus consists of 1 living species. The yellow-eyed penguin, also known as hoiho or terracotta. Their population extends along the southeast coast of New Zealand, the subantarctic Auckland Islands and Campbell Island. They are most easily identified by the band of pale yellow feathers surrounding the eyes and encircling the back of their head. Juvenile birds have a grayer head with no yellow band around their eyes. They are the largest living penguin to breed on the mainland of New Zealand, standing at 24 to 31 inches tall and weighing between 7 and 19 pounds. They are mostly silent, emitting a shrill call at nests and breeding sites. The yellow-eyed penguin is considered one of the rarest penguin species in the world. In culture, it appears on the reverse side of the New Zealand $5 note, and in 2019, the yellow-eyed penguin was crowned the Bird of the Year in New Zealand, the first win for a seabird in the competition's 14-year history. The term crested penguin is the common name given collectively to the 6 species of penguins of the genus Eudaptes. All of the species belonging in this category share similar characteristics. They can be found on subantarctic islands in the world's southern oceans, such as Auckland Islands, Campbell Island and Macquarie Island, as well as the coast of New Zealand. Most notable members of this genus include the Fiordland penguin, the Snares penguin, the erect crested penguin, the macaroni penguin, the royal penguin, and the rock hopper penguin. With their yellow feather plumes and red bills, crested penguins are the most elaborately adorned of the penguins. Some species also have striking red eyes, and they are all covered in a black and white coat of feathers. These birds lay their eggs directly on rocks, and have very rudimentary nests. All lay 2 eggs, but raise only 1 young per breeding season, and the first egg laid is substantially smaller than the second. Their breeding displays and behaviors are generally more complex than other penguin species, and both male and female parents take shifts incubating eggs and young. The crested penguins are about 20 to 28 inches tall, and they weigh anywhere from 6 to 9 pounds. Their current population is estimated at 150,000 mature individuals, and is being listed as an endangered species. The brush-tailed penguin. DNA studies suggest that these penguins split from other species around 38 million years ago. The genus Pygoscelis, meaning rump-legged, contains 3 living species of penguins. The Adelie penguin, found on the Antarctic continent and neighboring islands including the South Orkney and South Sandwich Islands. The chinstrap penguin. This species has a circumpolar distribution, meaning they can be found over a wide variety of longitudes, but only at high latitudes. They reside in Antarctica, Argentina, Bouvet Island, Chile, the Falkland Islands, and the French Southern Territories. Although vagrant individuals have been found in other parts of the world such as South Africa and New Zealand. The last species of the brush-tailed penguins genus is the gentoo penguin. They can be found in the Falkland Islands, South Georgia, the South Sandwich Islands, and Kerguelen Islands. The Adelie penguin is named after Adelie Land. In turn named after Adèle Dumont d'Urville, who was married to French explorer Jules Dumont d'Urville, who first discovered this penguin in 1840. Distinctive marks of the species are the white ring surrounding the eye, and the feathers at the base of the bill. The tail is a little longer than other penguins' tails, and their appearance looks somewhat like a tuxedo. They are also a little smaller than most other penguin species. Adelie penguins usually swim at around 5 miles per hour, and they are able to leap 10 feet out of the water to land on rocks or ice. Next up we have the chinstrap penguin. Other common names include ring penguin, bearded penguin, and stonecracker penguin, due to its loud harsh call. The adult chinstrap's flippers are black with a white edge, the inner sides of the flippers are white. The strong legs and the webbed feet are pink. Its short stumpy legs give it a distinct waddle when it walks. Chinstrap penguins are generally considered to be the most aggressive and ill-tempered species of penguin. Their black back and white underside provide camouflage in the form of countershading when viewed from above or below, helping to avoid detection by its predators. The global population of the chinstrap penguins is estimated to be at least 8 million. Although it is believed to be decreasing overall, its population is not severely fragmented and in many sites it is increasing or stable. Last but not least we have the gentoo penguin. They are easily recognized by the wide, white stripe extending like a bonnet across the top of its head, and its bright orange-red bill. It has whitish pink webbed feet and a fairly long tail, the most prominent tail of all penguin species. Gentoos breed monogamously, and infidelity is typically punished with banishment from the colony. Nests are usually made from a roughly circular pile of stones or grass and can be quite large, reaching up to 10 inches in diameter. The stones are jealously guarded, and their ownership can be the subject of noisy disputes and physical attacks between individuals. They are also prized by the females, even to the point that a male penguin can obtain the favors of a female by offering her a choice stone. Their chicks remain in the nests for around 30 days before joining other chicks in the colony, and they have gray backs with white fronts. A study has concluded that there are around 4 million pairs of Adelie, 387,000 pairs of gentoo, and 8 million pairs of chinstrap penguins in their particular areas, making up 90% of Antarctic avian biomass. The genus Aptenodytes contains 2 species of penguins, the king penguin and the emperor penguin, collectively known as the great penguins. The genus name is a composite of ancient Greek elements, meaning without wings diver. The emperor penguin is endemic to Antarctica. Breeding colonies are usually in areas where ice cliffs and icebergs provide some protection from the wind. The total population was estimated in 2009 to be at around 600,000 adult birds, spread around the Antarctic and subantarctic. The next species of this genus, the king penguin, mainly resides in the South Atlantic and in the South Indian Ocean. King penguins breed on the subantarctic islands at the northern reaches of Antarctica, South Georgia, and other temperate islands of the region. The total population is estimated to be over 1 million pairs and is steadily increasing. From a distance, they might seem similar in plumage, but there are a few key differences between these 2 species. They take the first and the second place when it comes to size and weight in the penguin world. The emperor penguin is the tallest and heaviest of all living penguin species, reaching up to 4 feet, and weighing between 50 and 80 pounds. In the case of the emperor penguin, the underparts of the wings and belly are white, becoming pale yellow in the upper breast. The upper mandible is black, and the lower mandible can be pink, orange, or lilac. Contrary to popular belief, emperor penguins do not mate for life. They are serially monogamous, having only one mate each year, and remaining faithful to that mate. However, fidelity between years is only around 15% due to the narrow window of opportunity available for mating. The emperor is the only penguin species where the male is the sole incubator in the hatching process, which can take up to 75 consecutive days. To survive the cold and savage winds of up to 120 miles per hour, the males huddle together, taking turns in the middle of the huddle. The king penguin is a close second-place contender in the penguin size category. They stand around 3 feet tall and weigh around 30 pounds. Their upperparts are blue-gray, darkening to black on the head. The belly is white fading to orange on the upper breast, with bright orange ear patches. Their black bill is longer and slender, and their lower mandible bears a striking pink or orange color. Like the closely related emperor penguin, the king penguin has a low fidelity rate of 30%. Their unusually long breeding cycle of around 14 to 16 months probably contributes to this low rate. The egg is incubated for around 55 days, with both birds sharing incubation, in shifts of 6 to 18 days each. Similar to the emperor penguin, the young king penguin chick spends its time balanced on its parents' feet, entirely dependent on their parents for food and warmth. Both species are considered key for understanding the effects of climate change on the marine biome, especially throughout the subantarctic and Antarctic areas. I hope you enjoyed this video on penguin subspecies. If you have, take a look at this next video on 27 different types of wolves. Have a great day and stay tuned for more videos on wildlife.